Hello, I'm Annalouise, and today my talk is being playful, good or bad? This talk is inspired today by me just watching a talk by Sadhguru, which is all about being playful is the most responsible thing we can do. Interesting, huh? So when I said being playful, good or bad, what came to mind for you? Did you immediately go, yeah, good? Or did you go, no, being playful, not good? Or maybe somewhere in the middle? Maybe you even heard some voices from the past, right? Like some voices of particular teachers or family members telling us when we were little that being overly playful isn't good. There might be a lot of programming around it. I am with Sadhguru on this one, where I think being playful is one of the most responsible things we can do. And why do I feel that? I feel that because when we're playful, we're really open. We're open to possibilities. We're open to what wants to arise. When I'm playful, I'm about the most present I can be. I'm really attentive and in the moment and responsive. Thirdly, when I am being playful, I'm in a playful attitude, I'm feeling good in myself, like I can feel my body chemistry is good. I can feel like I'm thriving in a way that when I'm being overly serious, and I can take myself too seriously a lot of the time, and when I'm taking myself too seriously, I don't feel as good. And so if we would like to cultivate more good feelings in our bodies, perhaps playfulness is one of the direct ways of doing so. How else is being playful good, in my opinion? It's a state of discovery. It's a state where we can innovate, we can create new solutions. So even if we're dealing with some of the most difficult problems in our environment or in the world, having a playful attitude is a wonderful baseline to find solutions. Yeah, so it's very inspiring that our playfulness can create solutions to the things that we care about most. Number 5, playfulness is contagious. If someone is playful around us, it entices us also into play. So if someone's having a bad day and they're just like, oh, and yet someone's playful, it's a real invitation to help people elevate together, to release the tensions, to let go. So it's a lovely thing to spread. Playfulness is a lovely thing to spread. And what else? What else can you think of as why playfulness might be good? Any other thoughts that come to mind? One of the joys around playfulness, I think, is this sense of it's not fixed. It's not like having a fixed plan. It's much more free. It's much more in line with creation itself. And that's one of the things that Sadhguru was talking about. He was talking about that playfulness really is the nature of the universe. And if we align with playfulness, we are more aligned with creation. And my heart feels there's a real truth in that. There's a beautiful lightness and spontaneity and ease when we're in a place of playfulness. How many spiritual teachers do you know that are really, really serious? So let's think of, say, the Dalai Lama. Is he very, very serious? My sense is that people who've really managed to elevate themselves or are elevated have a beautiful, playful nature about them because they see the big picture. They aren't hanging on to the specifics too much. They're able to hold a deeper wisdom and a deeper truth, which is inherently lighter and more playful. They're holding big time, they're holding a big context, they're holding a lot of inspiration in their beings, a lot of light in their beings. So that helps me when I'm being overly serious to think of people like that. I love the Dalai Lama's giggle. It's just delightful, isn't it? And of all the people in the world, he's been through just such a traumatic set of experiences in his life, and yet he still has this beautiful young style play within him. When I'm talking about playfulness, I'm really talking about a sense of being rather than necessarily specific actions. It's a way of being in the world. So I love it when I meet people who can laugh at their situations. I have a friend who's going through a difficult time and he's been ill for many years, for 11 years. And yet when I speak with him, he still has this playfulness in his being. He's still able to laugh at his situation and see the lightness even in the challenge. And I think some of the most successful people in the world are the people who are able to take that lightness with them. Whatever happens, whatever gets thrown at them, they can hold a lightness. So that's one part of being playful, is this lightness. The other part of being playful is being open. So cultivating a state of openness. How many times have you maybe had someone ring you up and say, "Oh, I'm doing this afternoon, would you like to join in?" And you might say, "Oh no, I'm doing something else, I've already planned something." And you put the phone down and you go, "Oh, why didn't I say yes?" Probably because we're more in our adult mind, right? We're more in our adult mind. It's, well, I've got to do this and I've got to do that, and no, I can't say yes to that, it's too much fun. So when we're really playful, we're open. So when someone rings up and asks us, would we like to do this? And we can go, yeah, my playfulness really would love to do that. Hang on a minute, let me see what I can juggle in order to make sure I can come. Give me 2 minutes. So that beautiful openness, which leads to spontaneity, being able just to drop everything and do something else. And you see this a lot with kids, right? So they might be playing with one toy really intensely, and then they see another toy and suddenly their attention's on that toy and they start playing with that one, and with equal intensity. They're not still hanging on to the previous one, they're now completely immersed in the new one. And that ability to let go, move on, embrace what's here is such a gift. It's such a gift. I see my friends who have that skill really honed in their system, the ability to let go and move on. And I see what freedom they live within. It really is, they're role models for me in my life. Yeah, to see, just how quickly they just go on to the next thing in the moment again. And as mentioned, I think playfulness cultivates presence. So when we're playful, we're so attentive and we're responding in every single moment to what's happening. Responding to an idea, responding to how something is unfolding, constantly reworking what's happening in our system and seeing how it reacts and reworking. It's like our neurology is getting a full workout. Yeah, like our neurology is just really embracing all of that information and learning in every moment. Another thing that Sadhguru was talking about was the fact that, well, if we are very serious in the world and take our problems very seriously and like go around with long faces, how is that responsible? How does that serve the people around us? You know, if we have a long face, it's gonna bring a long face to other people. I mean, everyone's responsible for their own reality, right? But if we are able to be playful and take responsibility and ownership for our playfulness, then that is transmitting and cultivating what we may want to feel more of on the planet. So I'm inquisitive on this little journey of playfulness. Where are you at with playfulness? Are you habitually someone that's more or less playful? And all is good. Because wherever we're at, we can perhaps just add a little bit extra playfulness to our lives if we feel like it. And where do you notice the resistance? Where do you notice the serious one coming in? And what do they say? What words do they say? The serious one, what do they say? Post it below. My serious one says, you shouldn't waste your time. And what else does my serious one say? It says, oh, you're just being stupid. Or you're being silly now. What else does my serious one say? Oh, you should be more productive. Interesting. I notice all of those were shoulds, right? And we know when we have a should, we might know when we have a should, it's a good marker to go, that might not be real truth. So, yeah. So let's laugh a little bit at those voices because they're just what's been received over our lifetime. And we can choose what voices we want to create today. So let's reframe some of those voices. I will reframe one and then I invite you to reframe one. I'm going to reframe it as Annalouise, I love it when you're playful. Your turn. Okay, my turn. Annalouise, play is so valuable to your growth. Your turn. Whatever you want. Okay, my turn. Annalouise, I can see how healthy you become when you really are playing fully. I can see how vibrant you become. Your turn. If you can't think of anything, you can copy some of mine or just enjoy the moment. Okay, one more from me. Annalouise, I'm so pleased you're shedding your inhibitions around playfulness and that you're celebrating playfulness in adulthood and spreading the word of play. Playful beingness. That was a long one, wasn't it? Okay, your turn. Good job. So whenever we hear those voices in our head, and they might be projected on other people or they might be for ourselves, right? We might find that we inhibit ourselves, but we also might notice that when someone's playful, those voices come in as well. Like we want things to be more serious. We want a meeting to be run in a more serious way, or we want something to happen in a more serious way, or whatever it might be, and we can just notice. We can notice our judgments, notice the voices, and open up to the sense of possibility and Sadhguru's message that being responsible is the most, being playful is the most responsible thing we can do. Well, I've laughed a lot today, so I thank you for being here with me, for getting to the end of this video. And if you've liked this video and it's made you smile too, if it's made you smile a fraction of how it's made me smile, please do share it with whoever comes to mind, whoever comes to your intuition. And you can press like if you have done. And you can subscribe to the channel and even get notifications so you hear about my next video. Lots of love, and wishing you a lot of playfulness this week.